Hey guys, I was hoping you could help me with a problem I'm having with this game that I'm trying to create just now. It's basically just a game that sort of fires a bullet, and then the bullet will bounce off of reflector objects in order to try and reach a goal. Now it's really early stages, so there's not really that much to see. Basically, the way it works is when the bullet gets fired, it creates a line. The line then scales behind the bullet, and hopefully it should leave like a like a straight line behind it, and then follow the bullet round the screen. When I fire the bullet by clicking here, it goes along, and then when it hits the reflector object, it changes its direction. I then change the image angle of the yellow line to match the direction of the bullet, and Bob's your uncle. As you can see, it works fine here. The problem is when I start to introduce more than one reflector, I seem to start to have sort of scaling issues. So if I do this, this might work, it might not work. Right, that one's fine. Problem is if I do this, you can see the X scale on the line just goes, it gets a bit carried away with itself and shoots off at the top of the screen and doesn't actually follow the laser or the bullet. So what I need to do is I need to figure out why that's not working. Now, you might think that it's only in the up direction that it does that, but that's not the case. If I, as I said before, it works fine with one reflector, so if I get the bullet to go up the way, it behaves itself. So I'm not sure why introducing more reflectors is causing the problem. But just to give you a quick look at the code, the scaling of the yellow line when it's appeared is relevant to the angle that it's going at. So when the bullet hits something and then changes direction, I match the angle of the line to the bullet, and what this does is it just checks to see, if it's going in one direction, then the X scale should be that, and if it's going another direction, it should be that. And as you can see, the numbers are a bit strange. I don't understand why they're not all the same, but it seems to make a difference in game. Also, looking at the reflector step code, this is where the collision check is. So I've basically got 4 sections. Each section it checks if the laser or the bullet exists, and also checks what direction it's going in. Then after that, if whatever one it's met, it will then start to check the image index of the reflector. So as you can see, so there it's checking if it exists, checking the direction it goes in, and then it looks at the image index of the reflector object, checks if it meets the laser or not, and if it does, then it changes the direction of the laser, creates a new line, and then changes the image angle, which, if you remember the previous code, it shows you that that adjusts the X scale, and that's all it does through all the rest of the code in this step event. So if anybody's got any ideas why X scale seems to change itself, then I would love it if you could offer any help.